whether it's a vendor or like an exhibitor or someone who's attending, should they get involved doing those, like those after hours? Like, should they try to find something to do?
Yeah, I think it's important to make those connections. I mean, you know, reach out and don't be afraid to, because people are so welcoming in those groups. So I think they'd be glad to have you.
Yeah, it's really a close family here. I mean, like I say, you see people once a year and you want to go out and talk to them. You want to see how things are going, not only in their business, but also in their life. And so it's very touching.
Welcome to Making Sparks, the podcast where we ignite your passion for metal fabrication and fuel your business success. Join industry leaders and dive deep into the world of metalworking. From business insights to tips of the trade, Making Sparks is your forge of knowledge. During each episode, discover success stories, innovative solutions, and expert interviews that light the path to business growth. Subscribe today and grow and improve your company, and let's make sparks fly together.
Welcome back to Making Sparks. We're doing our special Fabtech 2025 edition here in Chicago. We're sitting here at the Multipress booth by Pacific. We're here sitting with a Multipress team member, a Pacific team member. I want to say thank you to Multipress. They're letting us use this booth. They have these cool orange chairs, so matches our Making Sparks stuff, so that's pretty cool. I'm gonna have you guys introduce yourself. We got Matthew Crosby and Rick Snyder. They have their name tags on, so I didn't have to memorize their names. Rick, go ahead and tell me a little bit about yourself and how long you've been with Multipress and what you do there.
Well, I've been with Multipress since 1989. I started as an electrical engineer and worked myself up to engineering manager. Then I went into sales, and now I'm sales manager. And it's just been a wonderful ride, a terrific ride, actually.
I also got to say one more thing. Normally I have a co-host here, Matthew Nix, but he's out eating lunch right now, so I decided I'm doing this by myself. If you guys were wondering where that other guy that
blank
sometimes
space
here, yeah, blank space
Boy.
over here. The chair's there though.
Yeah, the chair's
it's not in the shop, but it's over there. But
it could be full.
Now, since we only have room for one Matthew, right? And so
yeah, that's it.
All right, Matthew Crosby, tell me what have you been doing here at Pacific?
Ooh, I started as a service tech. I forgot when. I don't know. I've been here about 7, 8 years. They sent me to sales after a couple of years, and I've been doing that since.
That's awesome. I know. Talking to one of your guys' team members, I was bouncing around your guys' booths and stuff. It was Laramie, who was on the podcast last year with us, and he mentioned like there was a time when like Pacific didn't come. I don't know if it was before Multipress was a part of Pacific or not, but there was a time when like Pacific didn't come to Fabtech, and people were thought like they were out of business. They were saying like what do you guys think about that?
We're still kicking strong.
It's absolutely true, because if you don't show up, people don't know where you're at. And we did the same thing in the 90s. We didn't go to a couple shows, and then we popped into one, and I had more people come and saying, hey, I'm glad you're still here. Where you been? So, yeah.
Hey guys, it's Nick from Making Chips, and I gotta tell you about our new show, Lights Out. When someone talks about being lights out, what comes to mind? For me, it's Michael Jordan. He's got the ball, the game's on the line. Or it's Leo Messi taking that ball up to take a penalty in a penalty shootout. These guys are elite, and they're unstoppable, and you just know they're not going to miss. But I also think about the technology, automation, process, and most importantly, the mindset of the manufacturing leaders with the best shops in the world. Every episode will equip and inspire you to run lights out so you can sleep soundly while your shop never stops. Because we all know, if you're not making chips, you're not making money. So check out the new Lights Out podcast by Making Chips. I will see you there.
What do you guys think about Fabtech? One of my favorite things, this is only my 4th Fabtech. I am a video guy. I am apparently a podcast host too. And this is the first conference I ever went to. I remember when I walked in, it was at Atlanta. I went to the Atlanta one, and I was like, holy crap. Like seeing like people like build like walls up around their booths to have like meeting areas, to have obviously some of the biggest pieces of equipment you'll see in this industry was amazing to me. And I just didn't, I don't know, I didn't, it was surprising to me. But what have you guys thought? I'll start with you, Matt. What do you think, like, over the years now coming to Fabtech, what do you think about the conference?
I don't know. I always like to come see what everybody's got. I mean, it's a spectacle to see some of these booths, we're definitely in. But it's always interesting to see the machine. You know, the big machine, what people are coming out with. You know, we've got our new low tonnage line we launched this year, so
That's awesome.
we're pretty proud of it.
That's pretty cool. What about you, Rick?
Yeah, the biggest thing is over the years is how the booths have really expanded more so as running the machines, operating the machines. And back in the days, they didn't really do that.
Yeah.
So now they're bringing their machines in. They're showing everybody what the machines can do. And when you have a moving product here in a booth, it draws attention. It draws people to your area, and that's a big plus. Overall, it's just been interesting to see that environment change throughout the years. It's just, I mean, last time we were here 2 years ago, I guess it was, they had a Corvette on a robot.
On the Fanic, lifting.
Yeah, flipping that thing upside down.
What
Should have been a Mustang.
So obviously, our audience is, for making sparks is fabrication leaders. Maybe they're owners of fab shops. They're trying to grow their fab shop. Maybe they're a mom and pop shop, whatever. I sound like I have a list because I have gum in my mouth. I probably shouldn't have had that. But anyway, what do you guys think? Like, if they're like debating, if they see this episode, they hear this episode, they're like, man, should we go to Fabtech? Like, as someone to be walking the show, what do you guys think about that?
Absolutely. Why wouldn't you? I mean, the technology, you get to meet great people, there's freebies, you know, I mean, the possibilities are endless.
Yeah, especially, if you've never been here and you're not, maybe you're not an OEM, so you're going to come just to visit. There's a lot of things in your technology that you'll see. There's something here for everything. I mean, whatever you're into shop-wise, there's something here to help you advance your own products. So.
This is our third year doing Making Sparks at Fabtech. We actually launched Making Sparks at Chicago 2 years ago, and then obviously recorded at one of your guys' booth. We recorded at our booth last year in Orlando. And the one thing we always end up talking about, we always have like 1 or 2 episodes where we just talk about Fabtech, and that's kind of what we're doing here today. And a lot of people talk about like just the networking, like the after hours events, the opportunity to meet people, and just as you show up regularly, like I even seen that, like just like coming to talk to you guys at your guys' booth. You guys have now seen me now at least 2 years in a row, right?
Yeah.
But then also, like, I've seen people that I've talked to, being someone that's not really in this industry, it's been nice to be able to come back and people on LinkedIn will reach out to me and be like, hey, you gonna be at Fabtech? You need to come by my booth or whatever. And I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, oh yeah. There's so many friends you join. They're really so nice, and even our competitors, right? Even our competitors will take time to, it's like playing football. When you're out on the field, you just want to kick each other's ass, but when the game's over, they're high-fiving, hugging each other. We don't do that, but yeah. But that's a little bit different. But that's what it's like, though. It's like, hey, when we're competing, and when we take that hat off, and you want to sit down, have a drink, have dinner, shoot the crap, whatever it may be. That's when the friendship really comes through with that. So, I mean, there's a lot of people here that I never see but once a year, and it's always a great time to see them.
I think it's crazy for me. Like, I'm from Southern Indiana, and I actually see businesses that are in Southern, or like you guys are in Mount Carmel, not far from us. I probably see you guys more here at Fabtech than I do back home. Isn't that crazy?
I'm always at the shop.
Always at the shop. You know what I forgot? I got this really cool Pacific shirt yesterday when I went to your guys' thing. I'm gonna put it on. Kind of forgot all about it because I wanted to look like a retro Pacific guy.
Yeah.
Can I come work with you, Matthew?
The classic.
Can I come work with you now?
Yeah, you can come.
Come work the booth.
Yeah, we can do retrofits.
Oh, I get it, because you guys can do retrofit.
Retro.
Ah.
And that's our retrofit shirt. That's how we used to do it.
I didn't think about that. That now makes sense. I thought you guys were just wanting to be like, cool. It's a little big on me.
You can grow into it.
Thanks.
You got a parachute for later.
What's what are just maybe the challenges and or some of the fun of working at the booth day after day? I know we've been around here at the Multipress booth, and you guys been pretty busy. What's that maybe because we do have some listeners that are people that are potential vendors that would come here. What's that like?
Well, for me, it's just the opportunity to hear what you're doing. What you're doing, what your problems are, what we can do to help your problems.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. And sometimes we don't have an answer. Sometimes I'll say, we just can't do that. But most of the times you have a situation, we're here to help you. And it may lead to a press sale and it may not, but they'll remember that opportunity. And if they're back in town again, there's Rick from Multipress is going to say, hi, hey, you was totally wrong or you was totally right.
Hey guys, it's Nick from Making Chips. I want to give you 3 quick reasons why you should check out Mike Payne's podcast, By the Numbers. Mike, my good buddy, my partner on Making Chips, is full of wisdom. He's full of experience. He's full of what it takes to buy, sell, and lead a business, specifically a manufacturing business. So all the numbers that you should be focused on to improve your performance, that's what he's the master at. The second reason, Mike's the first person I call. If I'm looking at a new idea, a new partnership opportunity, a new acquisition, any new initiative where I need to dive into the numbers and figure out how to approach it, Mike is who I go to. And third, you got to love that buttery Tulsa King voice that Mike rocks. It just soothes your soul. It gives you the confidence to elevate your leadership. Jokes aside, if you love making chips, or if you're just passionate about improving your business performance and the financial performance of your company, check out By the Numbers by Making Chips, hosted by my good buddy, Mike Payne.
What would you guys say to you guys have both been in this industry for a while, interacting with other fab shops, interacting with metal shops, do you guys have any tips? It doesn't even have to be about Fabtech. This can just be general, any tips to maybe a company that's maybe thinking about making an investment in a press, or maybe they're trying to grow and they're struggling because maybe they're scared to make that leap or whatever. You guys have any advice to a fab shop owner about that, about making that decision maybe for the first time?
I think it's just do a lot of research and talk to experts. I mean, there's several people that can help you. We're one of them. Maybe we can help guide you. Maybe you've got some worries on what size or what you're looking for and what's the best route, but there's so much help out there for you. There's so much information for you to learn. I mean, and take that next step. And we're one of those people that could help you for that next step.
That is true, because a lot of the customers, they got old equipment. And when that equipment goes down, they lose money. So and it's the old saying, you got to have money to make money, but you also got to have the right product. And when you have the machine in there, instead of running a single cycle, you have a robot or you have an indexer, and it's automatically feeding the machine, and you quadruple your output.
Yeah.
And that will pay for that machine eventually in time. So that's my biggest thing is you got to look. You can old-fashioned, sit there, have Mary feeding this part, Joe feeding this part all day. If you have an indexer, you get twice as much work.
Yeah, that's cool. Back on now with Fabtech, what's one of your guys' favorite? I'm gonna ask each of you. What's your guys' favorite memory here at Fabtech? Do you guys have any
Well, mine was last night. We went to the Bears game and we experienced the best national anthem ever and the best flyover ever. Yeah. And it was such a great game.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's my best one so far.
I just like mingling with the people that I've known over the years. Hearing their stories, hearing their life, and hey, Bob, how's Mary doing now? She's what, 10th grade? Oh no, she's a junior in college. Oh my God, right? What happened there? Yeah.
I'll say in the 4 years for me, it's for me, obviously we've done a lot of these podcasts. That's been really cool. But for me, it really comes down to the networking and getting I've embraced LinkedIn. So getting to build that network of people where I've come here and talked to people and this year I had a gentleman who was messaging me and he was like, hey, I'm from Indiana. I don't live there now. He's like, I'm gonna be at Fabtech. You should come by our booth. And I went there and he introduced me to the owner of their company. And even though I'm a video guy or whatever, I'm very much a sales guy too. So I get excited when I get those leads and stuff. And I feel the energy around Fabtech, that's what I like coming in here and that energy of innovation, energy of I get an opportunity to grow my business. And again, I'm not a fabrication company, so I'm probably totally speaking out of turn, but that's the stuff that I feel people that if if they're listening to this podcast, maybe they will think about like, oh, just being with like-minded people, and some of the educational forms, like people speaking, the keynote speakers, those are great. But also just walking through here, you know how many people here are here, like you, just like you guys, are here to teach this guy or gal who's running their shop how this equipment can make them better. I think that's intangible for someone to come here. I'm gonna look at my cheat sheet here because Chloe gave me some really good questions here. So, I like this one. What's the most impressive technology, equipment, or innovation that you've seen so far this year? I'm gonna ask both of you guys that. Have you guys been able to walk at all? Probably not.
That's what I was going to say.
That's one thing. I've been so busy at the booth. So my day's Thursday, so I can't wait to see what everybody has.
Yeah. Out by your guys' booth, I was seeing a guy there walking around as a full robot walking, and he's controlling with a remote, and he's walking around. So I got a picture of that. It was right by the Pacific booth there.
I'm very interested to see some of the back gauges, maybe some new technology on it, sheet followers.
So what do you like? Do you guys do much after? Like you said, you went to the Bears game. Do you guys do much like networking and stuff after Fabtech, like after in the after hours and stuff like that?
Usually every night something's going on. Yeah. Like I said,
PMA group, they have their social hour events and whatnot.
Whether it's a vendor or like an exhibitor or someone who's attending, should they get involved doing those, like those after hours? Like, should they try to find something to do? Like, I do really believe that that's where the magic happens, is either early in the morning when like people are just setting up and you kind of go walking around and talking to people, or obviously afterwards when everybody's like had a long day, it's like, let's go unwind or whatever.
Yeah, I think it's important to make those connections. I mean, reach out and don't be afraid to, because people are so welcoming in those groups. So I think they'd be glad to have you.
Yeah, it's really a close family here. I mean, it's like I say, you see people once a year, and you want to go out and talk to them. You want to see how things are going, not only in their business but also in their life. And so it's.
I'm going to throw both of you guys a bone here. What are some things this year that Pacific and Multipress have rolled out, maybe that people don't realize that you guys are doing? Is there anything that you guys are doing, anything new, whether it's a retrofitting or is it? I mean, I was joking with Brian earlier, and I was telling him, I was like, I could sell some Multipress stuff. I'll just read all your guys' signage. I'll just go down. Well, if you need it, Multipress does presses, they do automation, they do services and support.
Well, for one, come check us out at Pacific booth. We've got our low tonnage line we come out with. We're very proud of it. It's our standard line of machines we're going to have for low tonnage. So we range from 10 and 12 foot models from 110 ton to 230. So we're very excited for it and bring it out. And then we're also looking into other options for retrofits. So.
Yeah, well, with that, we spend a lot of time with that low tonnage machine he's talking about, press, and we're also looking on the Multipress side of doing some new stuff too. And I really don't want to get into it too much and keep it a secret. Marketing likes that. So
I don't know the secrets. Why don't I get to know the secrets? Our like 2 listeners will not tell the secret. I promise.
We're here.
We're here. Yeah. Oh wait, you guys are here. So we're good. You guys are here. That's awesome. Well, guys, I know this wasn't like a super long episode, but I do think that when people listen, they'll find a lot of value in like 2 guys that you guys have been here a little while. You guys have gotten to see the technologies change around here, and I do like. The funny thing is like some people might listen to this and think that we're promoting Fabtech. No, like Fabtech doesn't. They probably don't even know we filmed this podcast here, But I always like to talk about it because I do think like a lot of people get so much more accomplished coming here than they probably do like in a percentage of like the 3 or 4 days that you're at Fabtech versus like I don't know, like you say per capita or whatever, what you do outside of Fabtech. You can get a lot accomplished, like either being a vendor or even walking the show. That's why we're kind of talking about it. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about Fabtech?
it's a great opportunity. Take advantage of it. It's free information. You get in here and you walk around. You'll learn so much. If you want to learn, you're gonna learn a lot here, and that's what it's all about. Right? And that'll help everybody in the long run.
How can people follow along with you guys with Pacific and Multipress? if people wanted to see what you guys are up to? You go to, is it LinkedIn? Is it your guys' websites?
Well, we got our LinkedIn, we've got our Facebook, we've got our YouTube, we've got a TikTok now. We got some good videos on there.
I bet Matthew's on there. I bet you're.
There's a good one of Brian.
Brian's
doing,
TikToking on there?
Check it out. It's interesting.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys.